We will now take you on a statewide virtual tour of the nurseries that produce Hawaii's beautiful flowers and foliage.
The state of Hawaii is home to hundreds of farms and nurseries that grow a wide range of flowers, foliage, and potted plants. On the island of Maui, Malolo Farm is located on the slopes of Haleakala volcano, where the cool temperature is perfect for growing protea flowers and plants. Malolo Farm is a certified nursery and ships protea and other Maui-grown flowers to wholesale and retail customers nationwide.
These plants are finished at this end and those are cooking. So we're going to take more cuttings and we'll fill this bench up, and as this stuff goes out, we've got our second greenhouse up and running again, and so we'll fill that one too. We have foliage right now that's going, that's beautiful. There are minks that are happening. That's my meaties. Huh? Yeah, my meaties. These pins here, we got some pins, cushions. And then the little white, see, it's just starting. Yeah. The little flower coming in there. Yeah. This will turn little white.
That will turn white, yeah.
Have a little frosting on there.
What is it called?
It's a brunnea.
It's a brunnea.
Alba flora.
Maui Floral in Makawao offers a wide range of flowers and bouquets to local markets and ships worldwide.
We are known for our proteas, our king proteas and our pin cushions. We're known on Maui for our leis. We do a little of everything. Maureen, do you want to add anything?
Maybe just the types of flowers that you are wearing and that we presented to you. So the tuberose are the white one here with a beautiful fragrance, and the orchid here, and then of course the lovely plumeria that smells so great. Some Elema flower, that's the little Elema, the orange one.
These are small hibiscus.
And some of you may have carnations in yours and or roses. But the Elema, the tuberose, and the plumeria are all grown here.
And then Eric and the men of some have got some tea leaves. Yes.
These are good luck leaves, Bruno. Yeah. So
We ship to supermarkets. We ship to retail florists, wholesale florists across the mainland, distributors, importers. We have a part of our business that's for friends and family. If you want to send flowers to the mainland, we do that as well. We're a participant in the Hilo Quality Program, which is an effort to try to make sure that all of our stuff that goes out is #1 grade, locally sourced. Over 51% of all the products are locally sourced.
Maui Tropicals and Foliage is a farm that grows a large variety of tropical flowers, foliage, and exotics.
So this is a processing shed. Everything is brought here. We have an area in the back to process the gingers and exotics, and bring the heliconias in the trough. You got to hose them out, put them in the soap. You know, everything has to be clean so that it can be exported. And so over the years, we've been acquiring new varieties because we recognize that you have to provide product that people are going to keep interested in. You don't want the same old things. This time of year is when the heliconias are on a downside, and this is a heliconia patch. It's one of the originals. It's the lobster claw. This is one of the older ones. And there's actually two varieties of these. There's a Grandma Schneana and a Grandpa Schneana. This is the Grandma with the green trim. The Grandpa is with the black trim. This one is called Olympic Flame. And so that's one of the new varieties. And then this one is a new torch ginger also, that actually the only one that has a shelf life. You can pass that around. It's called a Pink Selection. Our nice kahili. This one is called Fukuyu. It's a hybrid from Waimanalo. And this has a real good fragrance. So we diversify as far as not just flowers, but we have a bunch of foliage that we sell also.
On the island of Hawaii, Green Point Nurseries is located just outside Hilo.
Welcome to Green Point Nursery. We're just entering our third generation. We're known primarily to be an anthurium grower, but we are doing a little bit of orchids now. And what we found is we wanted to try and be a one-stop shop. So we started making friends with tropical flowers and cut foliage people and specialty people that grow different things that we cannot grow. So one thing that you need to realize is for tropical flowers mostly, it really depends on the elevation you're at. So some of our growers are in volcano or in higher elevation in Kona. We're an exporter or a certified shipper. So all the product that we handle or that we ship, it has to be pest-free. Keep in mind, we still sell to wholesale distributors, we still sell to mass market, but we're taking the high end. So the guys that want quality, wholesalers, or want quality mass market, that's the people we're taking. We're not taking just anyone. We call this the cluster pack. So people who want mass market buys it a little bit like this, and some people who are doing, they just want something quick to sell.
California and Hawaii Foliage Growers is a wholesale foliage nursery growing quality dracaenas, palms, and other foliage for more than 25 years.
There's two dracaenas there. That's our #1 seller, is Dracaena Lisa. You can see that one. Dracaena Lisa is from those 300 acres, we have probably 80% of Dracaena Lisa. It's a really nice indoor plant. They hold a lot longer. Some customers say that plant holds in the office for 2 years. And we got field stock 30 years old and it's still producing. It's how you maintain your mother plant. You got to feed them. How can you beat this beautiful soil? Look, that's why the plants are growing so nice. And this is our #2 seller, Organic Compacta. This one we saw quite a few. We start growing this one, we call it Randy. Everybody call it as a Ricky, but we call it Randy. Real good indoor plant. This is a new Dracaena. We call it Mauna Loa, like the mountain. And this one is Kemaro Lisa. We find one plant in the field and then we start cutting, and now we got about 7 acres.
Pacific Floral Exchange is a grower and wholesaler of an extensive collection of tropical flowers and foliage.
So welcome to Pacific Floral Exchange. We're in business for like 30 years now, and this is called the Anthurium Department. We get flowers harvested from our farms in Pahoa, that's about 20 miles away. They're brought in and put on grading benches. So they're graded for quality and size. Then they're put into inventory there, and then they get put out over there in the form of orders. Then the packers will pack, and the order would go to dispatch. Okay, we produce about 65%, 70% of our own anthuriums from our farms. We have 3 farms in Pahoa. Total acreage is like 36 acres, out of which maybe there's about 20 acres of shade house. In addition to our farm, we have a few anthurium growers, but we have about 50 independent farmers that produce orchids, foliage, birds of paradise, heliconia, ginger, etc.
Hawaiian Sunshine Nursery is a wholesale nursery shipping certified pest-free plants. They offer many kinds of tropicals and exotics, as well as some cut flowers.
We do sell some cut flowers, bromeliads, pretty much exclusively. We have a byproduct of bromeliads that mostly guzmanias. So if you guzmanias flower lasts a long time. They can last easily for 2-3 weeks or sometimes even longer. This is an example of our cut flower bench. See that we just grow a whole bunch of them, and then they come, we just cut whatever people order. we can stimulate them to bloom anytime. Whatever we want, we stimulate them. Every month, if you want 1,000, we just do 1,000 every month. So we do ship to the mainland, inter-islands. Anywhere in the world, we are set up for it. So we do a lot of certified growings over here. Anything on the benches are certified.
Hilo Orchid Farm is a grower and wholesaler of many types of orchids.
And so you see different varieties oncidiums and other species, and also lady sleeper on that side. We hold them until they are ready to be shipped. Yeah. That's my breeding plans for the cooler growing lady sleeper. And now we're entering the growing area for our Miltonia, and also this is our first stage of seedlings. When they are out of tissue culture flats, so we put them in these plug trays, and they will stay here for about 8 to 10 months, and they will become about that size, ready to go into 4-inch pot. And they will continue to grow for about year and a half. Yeah, this mule ear leaf type, yeah, Cycopsis or butterfly oncidiums.
How many new varieties have you introduced yourself over the years?
10 or 15 for the oncidiums, but the lady sleepers, I have registered more than 300 plants.
Really? Wow.
The Cycnoches, Corocylum. They have a nickname called swan orchids too.
On the island of Oahu, Uluvian is one of Hawaii's largest distributors of ornamental plants and flowers. They feature a large nursery with over 500 varieties of plants.
We're a wholesaler, and so all of our things, if you look at the pots, all have tickets on them. So we do all the work for all of the companies that we deal with. So we deal with Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, all of the military. So in the greenhouse and the landscape area, we have 500 different varieties.
We actually have 4 different lines of business right now. Our main line is the nursery, and then our second line is a florist. We have a full florist. We do mostly wholesale out of it, but we do have a florist. Our third business is plant rental and plant maintenance, and then we actually have a fulfillment center.
The Magoon Research Facility is part of the College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resources at the University of Hawaii in Manoa Valley. Here, flowers and plants are studied and new varieties are developed.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Magoon Greenhouse Facility, which houses our research and instruction programs for the College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resources. It takes about 14 years to develop a new anthurium variety. And that does not even include knowing whether or not it will be a commercial success. So these are some of the varieties that we are testing right now. This is UH 2053. So it's kind of like Regina, but it's the red version. We started putting it in culture. This is White Lady, the mature form. So this is something we have testing, but again, this one has an interesting antique form. The nose gets really red. And on the plus side, it's anthracnose resistance. Just getting the feedback from the end user faster gives us a better perspective as to what is desirable. It's reflective of change and fashion, of course.
So I'm just trying different ways of using native Hawaiian plants. Because right now it's used in the landscape that much, so trying to use it not as a ground cover here, but as more of a hanging basket plant. And I have other stuff here that, I don't know, might be useful as a filler, but we haven't tested any base life on this one. This is a native Chenopodium. So, yeah.
On the island of Kauai, Tropical Flowers Express is a small farm that grows and sells direct to customers across the nation.
It's variegated. Some people thought it had a virus or a disease, but it doesn't. It's called a Polynesian princess. This is the pincushion protea. I'm not quite sure what the name is here. And there's your variegated ginger leaves. You guys seen these? Wow, look at this. Can you see this? Valerigerra. V, like in Victor. Valerigerra. It's a pendant heliconia. Yeah.
So you have that?
This is not your common achote or lipstick plant. This is a hybrid.
Is that why it's so big?
So big and puffy. Yeah? And it lasts pretty well in flower arrangements. And then this other old-timer anthurium variety, Trinidad.
Wow, that is really, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen this variety before. I like the yellow pop.
What's great about red ginger, it's a good standby because it blooms all year round. Okay, and this is the Kimi ginger. This is a Kimi. And here's, there's two varieties here. You have the Guadalupe. You guys saw what the Guadalupe was earlier. Okay. And there's another one here. This is a Tropic Flora.
Orchid Alley Kauai is a certified nursery that ships live orchid plants and blooming orchid baskets.
I wanted to welcome you. We're at Orchid Alley Kauai, and this is our retail shop, and we have locals and tourists come in and buy orchids here. We ship all over the United States, so that is our biggest business, is shipping orchids, especially Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, and Christmas. And we're recently doing a lot of online business through Facebook. So that's where I sell all my species orchids. And so that kind of gives you a quick overview. Now, if you have questions, feel free to ask, because there's some orchids you might have seen before, and I'm sure there's some in here you've never seen before. So this is like a species, Dendrochilum, and this is one that's going off right now. These make beautiful little specimens. So anybody who has a chance, come and smell these. And these are called Vandas, and these are water lovers. They're from Thailand, and this is a big seller. I've almost sold out of these, actually.
So what is this variety called?
Feliz Sunshine. And I got it awarded, and since it was AOS awarded, I got to name it. And so this is officially named. You can look it up in the Google it, Feliz Sunshine.
Kauai Nursery and Landscaping is a full-service nursery and landscape contracting company. Ornamental and edible plants are among the many products and services they offer.
Here's something that's new, and I'd like to get a tissue cultured. Spider lily. It's one that gets big, like 3-4 feet tall, white. There's a purple flower. This one has pink in it.
This is good for like bridal work.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Gosh, that's gorgeous.
What is its common name? Something
It's
boat.
real. It's a real discolored.
Really?
Oh, RHEO.
Yeah, RHEO. It comes in purple and pink, and yeah.
This is great color.
Silver lady. The dwarf tree fern. Trunk gets about this big around. Black nymph fern. Calathea.
That is the color.
How big does the plant
I
get?
know it like then wraps and then wraps. It's just lovely.
The Hawaii Floriculture and Nursery Association thanks you for watching this virtual tour of a few of the many fine farms and nurseries in Hawaii. Purchasing flowers, foliage, and potted plants from Hawaii is easy. The Neotropica Guidebook contains over 800 photographs. For your copy, send a mailing address to orderneotropicaguide@gmail.com. Aloha from Hawaii.
I hope you enjoyed the virtual tour of the nurseries. The Hawaii nurseries are operated by local managers who have many years of experience in the field and take pride in producing top quality flowers and plants. Corporate buyers have told me that if they had to choose between an international or nationally raised product or Hawaii-produced flowers and foliage, even at a higher price, they will buy the Hawaiian product. They have an excellent reputation and are of high quality.